Hey guys, what's up? Today I will do something that I never ever contemplated doing. For those of you who know me, and if you've seen my earlier videos, you know that I used to write like crazy. I used to journal. I have a total of like 15 journals. And I was struggling to remember a particular memory. So I recurred to the books from around that time. And recently I made a video about what it's like to live without a family. And then I happened to come across an entry from May of 2012 that caught my eye. So I am also just finding the courage right now to share my journal entries because only one person had ever read them directly from like books 1 until 6 or so. And then after that, with my boyfriend, I shared a few entries. But this is the first time that I'm ever sharing it and just putting it out there for more potential individuals to hear about it. So yeah, this entry was written back in May 3rd, 2012. I was still in high school. And this is called The Importance of Family. And if I remember right, this was an assignment from my English class. We would write a journal entry every day. So it was very easy for me to knock out this warm up because since I was a regular writer, my thoughts would always flow. I would see people sitting there blankly staring at their piece of paper that was just as blank as their stare, and they had nothing written. And I'm like, why? Just sit down and write whatever comes to mind, you know? But anyway, the importance of family. Family, whether biological or the one you get adopted into, is vital in an individual's life. The biological family, one is united to it thanks to nature and genes. Just because nature brings you together doesn't mean that the family will always be supportive and approving. They can be quite dysfunctional. On the other hand, you'll be surprised at what the non-biological family is capable and willing of doing. Non-biological family may be much more helpful and promising and even accountable than the biological one. Though one is not closely related on the genetic level, one is united by common interests such as careers, passions, goals, dreams, even love. I personally rely more on my non-biological family. The members are much more responsive, they are more present, more involved in my life during good and bad times, ups and downs, successes and failures, unconditionally, and I value that tremendously. Now, you might think, duh, your family's far, and in order for you to be maintained, your mother has to work, so obviously she won't be too involved. Not necessarily. During my childhood, my family was at close proximity, and they were hardly ever involved voluntarily. I had to show up in their end. All in all, both types of family are important. Some are born to the sweet delight of a strongly bonded, loving biological family, in addition to the non-biological one they've established. Personally, even strangers serve as family because I have met some true good Samaritans that give me the feeling that my family is more humongous than I think it is. So, since I read this, this is the first time I read this ever since I composed it back in 2012. And now, 4 years later, my opinion on it is still pretty much the same, except that my approach at handling the fact that I have been empty in that sector, I handle it far better because this mess used to depress me. And I still struggle with some things that make me feel unaccomplished and all that in the present. But at least this is a chapter that is mostly being buried. Now I'm just working on establishing stuff that will last. And of course, I have tolerated and resisted many things that back in the day wouldn't have happened, especially given my pride, you know, because that's just something that you have. But I have learned that that stuff was not making me happy, and therefore I decided to just make some changes to my personality when it comes to addressing stuff like this. My reaction as I read it mentally was, wow, this is just something that has been haunting me for quite some time. It's the story of my life. And for now, I have let go of most of that, but you still see some remnants of that surface here and there. But at least now I can read it and not be bothered by it. Because back in the day, I used to feel a certain degree of resentfulness because it just, I didn't enjoy that status. But now that I'm older, I can appreciate moments and just value the experiences that I get on a daily basis more, and just not be traumatized by the fact that my family is so broken. So it's difficult when people attempt to integrate you to their stuff because you just feel awkward, you feel out of place, you try to understand why they behave the way that they do, but at the same time, you're like, wow, I'm glad that I'm being exposed to this because now that makes my goal clearer and I can have an idea of how I can accomplish said goal. And well, you guys, let me know what you think. Do any of you guys out there keep a journal regularly, or did you used to write? Did you used to contemplate writing? For me, writing has been important. I think it helped shape me into the person that I am today. And it's a great skill to have. It's absolutely important. And I would recommend for everybody to just have a writing activity of some sort. It doesn't have to be daily, but just don't let that art go away thanks to stuff like entertainment or your job, which may not demand extensive writing and such. Yeah, I'm speaking mostly for myself, but given how it helped shape me, that's why I recommend it. And you guys let me know what you think. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know and I shall get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, like always. And I'm pretty sure this will become a regular thing because I'm going to look back at all of my journals, and any entry that stands out to me, I am so making a video of it because I feel like how I used to think and feel back then differs tremendously from how I feel and think presently. And I want to highlight that and just see my growth even after I am an adult. You know, you never truly stop growing in this life. All right, guys, I will let you go now and see you super soon.